guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I would love it if you could subscribe and like the video because I'm just starting off and it would be great to have some support out there. And if you're watching, thank you for watching. So today we're gonna talk about, it's a story time, but it's a dream time. It's a really bad dream that I had around the time when my aunt had cancer before she passed away. My aunt's name was Rosie, and she got breast cancer that spread all throughout her body and ended up being skin cancer. So she did pass away about, I want to say 2 to 3 months ago, and it really was a hard time, but everybody's getting better. We just really miss her. To start off the dream time, everything had just been a little bit stressful around my family since she was sick, and everybody would go visit her every day until she ended up into the hospital. Everybody was at the hospital with her every day, and I actually lived a little bit far, so sometimes I wouldn't be able to go, and it was just really hard. But then around, I want to say 2 to 3 weeks before she passed away, I had a really weird dream. So I was dreaming, and out of nowhere, my whole dream changed. It was perfectly fine, and then it changed into something really scary that still gives me goosebumps. It gives me goosebumps when I talk about it. So I was in an ice skating rink, but it was so blue and foggy. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Insidious, when they go into the other world, or whatever it's called, the further, when they go into the further, and it's really gloomy. That's exactly how my dream looked. And my cousin, which was my aunt's son, I was skating with him and I was holding his hand, and we were skating together, and then from like a distance I could see 2 people sitting down, which to myself I knew that was my mom, but I didn't know who the other woman was, but I knew it was a woman. So I started skating to them, and I told my mom, "Oh, hi mom," and I waved at her. And my cousin, his name is Alex, waved at the lady that was sitting next to my mom, and she waved back. So to me, that was his mom, my aunt. Then after that, we skated closer and closer because I think I wanted to see who the woman was. So we skated closer, and when I got there I said, "Hi mom," and my cousin wasn't anywhere near me anymore. He was gone, and I don't know where he went. And I was like, "Hi mom," and then I turned to the lady and I was gonna say hi to her, and her outline looked like my aunt. She looked like, I don't know, it looked like it was my aunt. Like, I knew that was my aunt in my conscience when I was sleeping. And as I was about to say hi, she screamed at me, and it was really scary. It was a scary, really scary scream. I don't know what she said, but she screamed at me, and then she turned into, not dust, but it was like black smoke. She turned into black smoke, and when the black smoke disappeared, a Bible fell on the floor super hard, like it slammed on the ice. And when I looked up, no one was there. It was just me in the blue ice skating rink. It was so dark, and the Bible pages were just turning, and I got really scared. Like, in my dream, I was even scared, and I tried to skate away, but every time I would skate further and further, I could hear the Bible pages turning, and I didn't understand what was going on. And then out of nowhere, like, I wasn't in the ice skating rink anymore. I was in a neighborhood, but in the neighborhood I was in, I don't recall ever being there. It was a really lonely neighborhood. It had like the front lawn. Every house had a front lawn, but all the grass was dead. All of the grass was dead. So it was all yellow and brown grass, and there was no one there. And when I turned, I saw that all the houses also had crosses in the front yard. So I was getting a little spooked out, and I started walking. And when I was walking down the street, I saw that the sky started turning more and more gloomy, but it was turning like orangey fire. Like, the sky was turning like a fire color. And I wasn't scared for some reason. I was just walking, but I don't know where I was walking to. Then I'm about to reach the corner of the street, and when I'm about to turn on the street, I see an old wagon, like the type of wagons that like people use to trade and to travel, the old wagons that horses would pull. I saw one, and I was like, well, that's weird. Is there a parade or something? Because I don't know why in my head I thought it was a parade. So, but there was no one there. So when I go closer to the wagon, I like look inside it and there's nothing there. Then all of a sudden all the houses are gone, and I look back and there's one house with black grass, and standing on it is the Grim Reaper, Death, and his hood is all the way up. You can't see his face at all. He does have a scythe, and he's just standing there staring at me, and I don't know what to do. And my heart, I can feel it beating and beating and beating, and I don't know what to do. He starts getting closer and closer and closer, and I get scared. I get really scared, so I try to run away. And as I'm running away, sand is falling onto me. So in my mind, I took the sand as time, as like the time was running out, me trying to run away from him. But I don't know why I was running, because I knew that it had nothing to do with me. So I woke up. I thought it was a really weird dream. I told my mom about it and everything, but nobody really paid attention to it, because I always have weird dreams, and no one really thought anything of it. I didn't even think anything of it. But then when I went to go visit my aunt, I did not know that her husband had a tattoo of death on his arm right here. That freaked me out so much, because I didn't know he had the death tattoo on his arm. I really didn't, because our family did not get along with him. So I didn't know that he had that tattoo, and it actually freaked me out. And as soon as I saw the tattoo, I told my mom, I had a dream of that tattoo. I had a dream of death. What if it's telling me it's about my aunt? And then like I honestly freaked out, and I always had that dream in the back of my mind. I always did, because I knew that I had to do something with my aunt. I even told my boyfriend I knew I had something to do with my aunt, and he even got freaked out of the dream too, because it couldn't have been a coincidence. Like, it had to be about my aunt. And then I want to say like a week later, she got put into intensive care in the hospital because it was getting worse. It was really bad. She couldn't even walk anymore, and she couldn't eat anymore either, so they had to put her on tubes and everything. After she was in the hospital, everyone would go visit her and everything, but I was too scared to visit her for some reason. I don't know why. I was too scared, because I had never seen her like that, and I loved her with everything that I had. I loved my aunt, and I still do, but I was too scared to go visit her in the hospital. So I think another week passed by, and my mom went to go visit her, and then this is what my mom told me happened. My mom went to go visit her, and on the way to the hospital, my mom was with my younger brother and her friend, and they're driving, and my mom tells my friend, I need to pull over. Seatbelt is tugging at me really hard, and I don't know why. As she was gonna pull over, she felt someone hug her. She felt someone hug her and like push down on her chest, so she felt like someone was grabbing her. And she told her friend, I think my niece just passed away. And then when she was telling me that, I looked at her like I was really scared. She's like, I think Rosie just passed away. And she told her friend that. And my friend was like, no, don't say that. We're gonna make it to the hospital on time. You're just gonna see her like always. She's gonna be fine. And she's like, no, I think she passed away. I have a feeling she passed away. I have a feeling she came to say goodbye to me, that this is her hugging me. And then she said, well, if you are hugging me, I wish I could give you a hug back. The crazy thing is, they were like 5 minutes away from the hospital. When they get there and they go into my aunt's room, the doctor told them, oh, she just passed away 15 minutes ago. And my mom was like, see, I told you, I felt somebody hug me. It just was freaky, because like no one expected any of this to happen. My dream, I knew that it had something to do with her. I knew that it did. Then my mom felt that. My aunt passed away in a bad time, because I mean, everybody was going through something, and her family, our family, not everyone got along. There were a lot of problems going on around her the time she was gonna pass away, and she was really stressed out. On top of that, couldn't eat anymore. She could barely sleep. She couldn't talk. Like, everyone would say that we loved her. We'd be like, oh, I love you, and she couldn't say it back. She would just try to smile, but she wasn't there, and she wasn't herself anymore. She passed away. Everybody was fighting. It was a really bad time, but now I'm happy that she's at rest. It's crazy that I had that dream, and I knew that I had to do something with her. anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys again on Tuesday. Bye.